Morning guys, it is about 5:45 in the morning. I got up at about 4:15. I'm not gonna lie, it's probably one of the worst night's sleep I've ever had in my life, but it was actually because of the mozzies. Once the fire went out, the mozzies were horrendous, so I kept having to pull the sleeping bag right up over my head to stop the mozzies, and then it just became too hot, so I sort of would drift off to sleep and then wake up kind of gasping for air and pull the sleeping bag off, and then the mozzies would come immediately. It's like they're just sitting there waiting. But other than that, I mean, I say it was the worst night's sleep, but it was really peaceful and enjoyable. I got up, there was still some embers underneath all the ash on the fire, so just put a couple of twigs in there and that lit up again, which was great. So yeah, I'm just going to get some more water going. So I've got a full water bottle, and then once there's a little bit more light, I'm just going to head down and have a fish, I reckon. See, the worms I've got are pretty small. It's going to be hard to get them on a hook, let alone attract the attention of a fish, I think. So I'm not holding out too much hope, but it gives me something to have a crack at during the day. If I get one, I get one. If not, I mean, we can last a long time without food. As long as we've got water, I'm okay. So if I just need to go a few days without food, that's no worries at all. I'm not going to try and hunt anything out here like a rabbit or a kangaroo, because that's just pointless and a waste when you're only here for a few days. You know, in a real survival situation, yeah, I get it, but not just for a few days when I'm doing this as a leisure activity. So yeah, that was it. Overall, a pretty rough night, but still enjoyable. And just gonna try and come up with a plan, maybe on how to tackle the mozzies tonight. Could go and rub mud all over my face, and I do have a neck gaiter. I was thinking maybe I'll put the neck gaiter on and pull it up over my face. That's probably actually the way to go. They'll try and bite me through it, I know. But I'll still offer a bit more protection, obviously, than just having my whole noggin sticking out of the sleeping bag. All right, touch base soon. Also, just on sleeping arrangements, what I did, I know I said I wasn't going to use my tarp, but I thought I'm allowed to use it. I've got it, I may as well put it down as a ground sheet. So I've just popped that there to try and avoid getting my sleeping bag sort of damp through the moisture. I used my sleeping bag cover and just stuffed it full of clothes to act as a bit of a pillow. Don't mind my dirty socks. But yeah, the shelter was actually really good. I didn't get any dampness on me. The ground is all damp everywhere else, but stayed perfectly dry. It's amazing what that little bit of shelter can do. Okay, so got a couple of my little worms on the hook here. I've just tied a stick off to the line there, so it acts as a bit of a float, hopefully, and it should eliminate or help reduce my risk of getting snags. But we'll see how we go. Beautiful spot down here if nothing else, so I'll chuck it in and fingers crossed. couple of hours into the fishing. I haven't had any luck yet. I'm not overly surprised. It's beautiful down here though. Got a cockatoo who's just come to visit. Let's see if I can get him on camera for you. One club. So I spoke earlier in the video about the equipment that I bought based off the gear list from the Alone TV series. The reason I made this club actually is just to test if the knife that I bought itself would be up to the task of sort of splitting some firewood and bits and pieces, and therefore you could get away with a saw and a knife. You could argue you could just bring a saw and an axe and not a knife, but I think for filleting fish and, you know, if you catch an animal, you definitely want a knife, even for cutting your paracord and bits and pieces. So I know I made that club using the hatchet, but if I did that a lot slower, I could just do it with the saw. Once that's made, the idea being, you know, trying to see if this will do the trick. So. There you have it. Take a little bit of getting used to, I guess, but did it pretty easily. It's hardwood too, it's not pine. Yeah, I'll take that. Man, I've been walking around for the best part of an hour looking for a pine tree, a paperbark tree, some sausage, like stuff that you would just expect to find, and there's none. I mean, I'm only here for another day, so I know I can get away without eating, but I just thought it would have been cool to show you guys, especially some pine bark, roasted up, pine bark bacon, yum. But nah, there's nothing. These yellow flowers that are everywhere, they're beautiful, but they're toxic, so I can't eat those. It's all lantana and gum trees. Now I know you can eat some roots off some eucalyptus trees, but some are toxic. I don't know them. I don't know them well enough, so I think I have to give up. I think I'm probably going hungry. Yeah. All right, I've got some exciting news. I think I found 3 tiny little sausage plants. So I've just pulled out a couple of stems. It looks about right. This is kind of like a spring oniony type deal. From what I can tell, it's sausage. It's got a couple of sort of dead little flower things in there at the moment, but they tend to flower like that. They have the little sort of berries up the middle, little sort of spiky berry surrounds. You pull the stems and you end up with this kind of shalloty spring onion type deal. So I think this is it. I mean, it tastes good. I'm gonna grab a couple of these. Okay, well, look, it's not much, but it's food. So just pulling off these outer leaves here. So I get this nice white bit at the end. Those outer layers off. It's like cutting up onions. Surprisingly sweet. I would say it's like eating I'm trying to think what it tastes like. Certainly not bad. Celery. That's what I'm thinking of. It tastes like celery. I'll tell you what. I hope this is actually what I think it is, because otherwise, if it's not, I've just eaten a lot of something. Oh, that bit tastes a lot more like onion, like spicy. I'm bad. I just had a last minute thought when trying to work out how to deal with the mosquito problem tonight. Is surely mosquitoes don't like eucalyptus. Like they don't like citrusy stuff, and surely eucalyptus is the same. So there's gum trees everywhere. There's got to be a eucalyptus tree here. I'm gonna have a look around and see if I can find one before dark. I know they have those like long banana-y shaped leaves with the like straight veins going down them. But the problem, I'm pretty sure they're like the big ones with no sort of bark left on them. Where am I? Here. Problem is the leaves are all the way up there. All right. Wish me luck. Okay, so I think I found one. Right on the edge of this property I'm at. I think this is a little one. If I break off this leaf and give it a smell, to me that's very eucalyptusy. So I think what I'm going to do is grab a bunch of these leaves and rub it all over my skin and see if it keeps the mozzies off. Hopefully it doesn't cause like I'll either keep the mozzies off or I'll break out in a big rash. So either way, I mean, it'd be great entertainment for you guys. Okay, I've got my leaves. Also found these ones that had fallen off, which are dead. But they smell very eucalyptusy too, so I figured I might just put them in the fire and maybe the smoke will clear off the mozzies. It's either a brilliant idea or completely stupid. I know there's going to be a botanist watching this that is just screaming at their TV right now because I'm doing something really bad, but like, I just feel like insects hate all those sort of smells, right? So to me, it's worth trying. Just going to grab a bunch, scrunch them all up, try and get some of that sort of oil moisture out of the leaves. Oh, that's eucalyptus, it's gotta be. And then rub it on here like this. Smells good. Let's hope the mozzies hate it and that my skin doesn't mind it. Because I reckon if this works, it's bloody genius when you're out, like out in the wild somewhere. Oh, it smells so good. I might wait 15-20 minutes, see if there's any reaction to the skin on my arms before I rub it all over my head and face and neck. We'll see if I get any mozzies land on my arms while I'm waiting. I'll check back in about 20 minutes. Okay, it's been about 25 minutes. Skin's fine, hasn't done anything. And I'm telling you without any shadow of a doubt, 100% this repels the mosquitoes. I've been getting bitten all around my neck and my ears, not once on my arms or hands. And if everybody knew about this and didn't tell me first, I'm going to be very annoyed because I feel like I've discovered something cool. Ugh, it just smells so good. With that said and done, guys, I am going to call it off here for the night. I think I'm just going to chill by the fire, enjoy the serenity and head off to bed soon. So I'll see you guys in the morning where I'll be packing up, heading home. Well, good morning, guys. It is 4:15 in the morning. I got up about 15 minutes ago. Last night was pretty good. I did have to get up at about 11 p.m. and get some tinder because the fire had gone out. So I had to go and find some dry tinder and firewood, get the ferro rod out and start another fire. But then I managed to keep it going for the rest of the night, and that kept the mozzies away, and it was really nice actually. So yeah, I'm going to start packing up now. It's Easter Sunday, so I want to get back home to the family for Easter. I just wanted to say a massive thank you to you if you have watched this far and have enjoyed the video. I hope that it, you know, if you haven't done this before, just gives you an understanding and appreciation for just the beauty of getting out and doing this on your own and the peacefulness of it. 3 days or a couple of nights probably isn't enough to get in tune with the landscape and surroundings and really sort of make a lifestyle of it, but it's certainly a nice peaceful escape. So again, thank you very much for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already and you're new to the channel, and I'll see you next time, guys. Hey guys, firstly thank you everyone for watching part 1 of this video series and then continuing on to part 2. I really appreciate it. I also really appreciate all the wonderful comments that you've left so far. I just wanted to add a little bit to that part 2 video. As you can see, I left quite early on that third day, and there was a reason for that, which I originally wasn't going to talk about at all because I didn't want to put anyone off doing this sort of experience on their own, but I thought I probably should talk about it just to highlight the things that can actually happen when you are doing this, and you know, it is the reality of the situation. So I actually was quite hot on that second night, so I had just taken some of my shirt and long pants off to sleep, and during the night I got bitten twice by a redback spider. So I got bitten once on the stomach and once on the thigh, and I started to get quite crook during the night, so just very hot and clammy and sweaty, a bit nauseous, headache, kind of someone described it to me as being hungover, and I would have to say that's exactly right. I felt like I was just really badly hungover, and I didn't realize at the time that specifically is what had bitten me, but once I got home later that day and spoke to a few people and did a bit of research with the symptoms and the bite itself, pretty 99% positive it was redback bites, which probably just came straight off the shelter I'd built in all that timber. Is maybe a likely scenario. I wasn't covered at all, so it just left me pretty open to that. But yeah, so I guess I just wanted to get on and explain why I had packed up early, and just to highlight that sometimes these things happen, but it's no biggie. Certainly hasn't put me off. I've got my next little getaway planned in a couple of weeks, which I'm really looking forward to. And once again, thank you everybody. I'm really loving the support. I know this is a little bit different to what you usually see from me, but hopefully plenty more to come. See you guys soon. Thank you.